Hello and welcome to the Solon home game against Brunswick Blue Devils. My name is Andrew Hall. I am joined by Becca Hurst, a former volleyball player for the Solon team. What position did you used to play?
I used to be a DS and a libero.
So what did you do for the team when you played?
So I was mainly a back row passer and a server, so I would back up defense and be mainly a digging person.
Okay. What are you hoping to see out of the game today?
I'm hoping to see some great plays, hopefully some main defense since I'm partial about that. Hopefully some hard serves and overall a win. What about you?
I'm just hoping for a great game and a few fireballs to be hit. You know, I love the attacking side of volleyball. More my style, more fast pace. It looks like Brunswick is starting off with the ball. Number 2, Emerson, is going to serve.
All right, let's see how this goes.
Here we go with the start of the play. Let's see how this goes.
Nice jump serve, turned into an ace. All right.
So Becca, tell me, why is number 2 wearing a different jersey than the rest of the team?
So the number 2 is going to be the libero for the team, who also specializes in defense. They're going to rotate in and out with the middle blockers, which are primary attacking people that stay mainly in the front row. She's going to be the core of the defense, and she's not allowed to hit. That's why she's wearing a different jersey, so the rest can see her easier.
Okay. Well, that was a killer hit from number 7, Julia. Great hit. What did you think of it?
I thought it was a great hit. I think if our back row takes one step up, we can get right to that ball and dig it up real easy.
Okay, well let's see if they can do it. Great serve.
Another ace.
A good receive from Brianna. Let's see what they can do. That was a good rally coming from Solon's side. A good receive coming from number 6, Brianna Hedden. Good getting it over to the other side. Again, number 2 with the serve, going over the Solon side. Brianna with an amazing receive. Let's see what they can do with it. What a great hit from Cecilia Durdick.
Number 4, right down the middle. Great hit right there.
Okay, well, it looks like Josie Liao is going to be serving for the Solon team.
Great deep float serve.
Yes. Good set over to the left side.
Ooh, nice dig.
Let's see.
Ooh, nice. Took right off the block and in the trash can.
I think that deserves an extra point if I do say so myself. The skill going off the block for that.
Nice hit by Reese Hogler, number 9. Another serve for Josie. Tried for another deep float serve right into the top of the net. So close.
Okay, the Blue Devils coming in with number 23 to serve for them, Mackenzie Ritter. Let's see what Brunswick can do with the ball.
Jump serve just short. Another point for us.
Okay.
Reese Hogler, number 9, going back to serve.
Brunswick Devils with just a great hit sneaking into the sideline.
Great right side hit. Just down that line. Just to the point where our defense couldn't get to it.
Yeah, let's see what Brunswick can do with the ball now. With number 3 serving.
Deep topspin jump serve.
Yep. Let's see. Okay. Riley Roth doing her job back there.
Tried for a back row attack, just didn't get it over. Those are hard.
Oh, yes. You're speaking from experience, I assume.
Yeah.
Okay, Brunswick again with the serve. It's going to be the same one, yes. Strong, but a bit too far.
Another topspin jump serve, just gets a corner of her hand caught on it, curves the ball a little too out of bounds.
Yep, serving for Solon is Brianna Hedden. Great short serve, just bouncing off the Brunswick players, getting it over. Very good skill. What a fireball going over to the Brunswick side from number 7, Ava Kanji.
Ava Kanji with the middle attack, going right back to the left back corner, right down that line, keeping it tight. Great hit right there.
Brianna with another serve for Solon. Let's see how this goes. Brunswick just trying to stop Brianna, but seems to be having a hard time with her serve.
Just a little bit too deep for the right side back row player. Couldn't get her hands quite on it.
6-7, Brunswick still in the lead. A little miscommunication with the Brunswick side trying to receive it.
Libero tries to help that right back, and it just didn't work out.
Brown ahead with another great serve, but Solon giving it right back to Brunswick. Let's see what number 1 can do with it. Tipped off the block.
Outside, just tipped right back.
Serving from Brunswick is number 9, Emily. Let's see how this goes. Over to Brianna Head and seeing what Solon can do with it, giving it to the right side. Ava Conj with another amazing hit.
Ava Conj swinging over to the right side for the serve receive. Just hits that right down to the right back from right side on theirs. Great hit.
Serving for Solon is number 2, Michaela. Let's see what she can do with the ball here. Going over to the Brunswick side, Brunswick is now getting the ball up to their middle.
Nice deep float serve that Brunswick just cannot return. That hit was just a little too deep. Got to get more wrist snap on that to get it back into the court.
Michaela again with another serve going from Solon to Brunswick. The libero getting a nice up there, giving it to the right side hitter.
Nice up by Michaela. Libero just can't get to it. Nice hit by Reese Hegler.
Michaela serving again for Solon. Great by Brunswick, giving it to the right side hitter, but straight to number 2 on the Solon side.
Just can't get that hit in. Nice out by Michaela though. Great defense so far.
Solon leading 10-9, but Brunswick now has the ball to serve. Number 10, Cameron, serving for them. Let's see what she can do here.
Nice jump serve. Right down to the middle of the court. Just too fast, too speedy for them to get to it.
Great eye for going in between the two players. Of course, they're trying not to hurt each other, but
gotta get that communication in there for you to get that ball up.
Certainly, Brunswick serving again. Another powerful serve going down, but they got it up to see what they can do with it. Brunswick now has the ball. Going over for a hit.
Nice sideline hit by C. Just Brunswick can't return it. Their hit just goes a little bit too far out.
Serving from Solon right now is Riley Roth, number 12.
Riley Roth with the deep jump serve just goes a little bit too deep.
Brunswick now with the ball, number 1, Isabel Zabar, serving for Brunswick.
Tips the top of the net, just too short for Brianna to get it.
Brunswick now leading Solon by 1 point. Brunswick prepared to serve again. Let's see if they can make some momentum off that 1 point. Solon with a powerful left side hit.
Nice hit by Reese Hogler, just down that right sideline, right where the setter's supposed to be. Setter can't get it.
Looks like the refs were arguing a little bit, but they finally came to the decision that Solon got the point. Number 5 now serving for Solon. Not Brianna, it's Kelsey.
Kelsey Gator Davis with a nice jump serve. Libero just gets it up right to the setter. Down the middle hit. Just can't get it up. Back to Brunswick to serve.
Brunswick serving, number 2, Emerson. Let's see what she can do here. The score is 12-13, Brunswick's in the lead. Going over to Brianna Head and giving it to the setter. Just tipping it to keep it over. Brunswick returns with a fireball of a hit here. What do you think of that, Becca?
The deep float serve from Brunswick's team just didn't give enough room for Solon to return it quite well, so it gave an easy opportunity for Brunswick to set up a hit like that. It was a great job by Brunswick.
Brunswick again with the serve. Let's see what Solon can do with it. Giving it to their left side. Just tipping it over.
Tipping it over right into the hands of the blockers. Hands of the blockers, tipping it back over into the antennas, making it Solon's point.
Looks like Ava's coming in for number 2, Michaela. And then number 1, Josie, is coming in for Cecilia.
Should be a strong rotation in both attacking and defense. Josie can be a great defensive player sometimes. And Ava's just all around strong in the front row.
Solon is now tied up the game with Brunswick. Let's see what Josie can keep doing with this ball.
Nice deep float serve. Ooh, setter might have gone over the line, but the refs didn't call it.
Nope.
Brunswick's point.
Brunswick now serving, number 23, Mackenzie Ritter. She seemed to be doing good last time she served. Let's see if she can keep it up. Giving it over to Josie.
And she does for another ace. Josie just can't get it up. She gets her hands under it, but it's not good enough.
Brunswick serving again. Someone doing a good job getting the ball over, just hitting it a bit too hard.
Brianna trying to get that over the net with a good, strong attack, but it just was too deep. It was a good thought of being aggressive, but didn't quite make it out. Brunswick winning 17-14, timeout.
So Becca, how long have you played volleyball?
I've played since 7th grade, so that's 5.5 years, I believe.
I don't know if I should really trust that with the question tone you gave me. Is math not your strong suit right now?
Well, I'm trying to focus on the game and support my Solon Lady Comets, so.
Well, so am I, but you know, I got in a conversation with my partner right now.
So I'm your partner, huh?
Yeah.
Wow. I feel honored. Both teams back on the court. 17-14, Brunswick Blue Devils going in for the serve, number 23.
Let's see if someone came up with a way to stop the Brunswick Blue Devils from just running away with this first set.
And another ace. Looks like we just have to get this serve receive up and we'll be A-okay.
Brunswick up by 4 points, serving again to the Solon side. Josie gets it up, but she seems to shank the ball.
Just a little bit outside of her body. Keep that angle down, she'll get that just fine.
Brunswick carrying the momentum in this game right now, trying to get away from Solon.
Diving play by Josie, just can't get it up to the setter. Good effort.
Do you think the placement of that serve was intentional or an accident?
I think it could have been both. I feel like it was definitely a great spot to serve the ball, but from her past attempts at serving, I don't think she meant it.
A fireball of a hit from Brunswick's number 3.
Right into the right back setter position. Kelsey just tries to get it up, but defense isn't her specialty.
As Josie now getting subbed out for Solon's number 11.
Alyssa.
Brunswick serving again for the Solon. Riley getting the ball up, getting to the setter, giving it to the right side just to tip it over. Brunswick now going back on the attack.
Reese tipping it over, trying to get an attempt for a reset on the Solon side, but Brunswick just takes full advantage of that and swings down the middle, hitting it into the blockers who just can't get it back up.
Brunswick leading this game now 22-14, running away with it seems like for this first set. Solon trying to do something.
Attempt at a dump by Kelsey Gator-Davis from the setter position, called as a double. Just tipped her hands just wrong.
Brunswick with the serve again, giving it to the Solon players, but the Solon players can't follow up off of that first receive.
Nice try by Alyssa. Diving attempt, but can't quite get it up.
Brunswick with the serve. Riley Roth getting it up, getting it to the setter. Going over to Solon's left side.
Ava Conch tipping it over the net. Called as a replay. Captains of each team going up to the ref. Announced as a replay. Not quite sure what happened there, but another chance at Solon to pick it up at set point for Brunswick.
Solon gets it up, but they have it over to Brunswick. Let's see what Brunswick can do on the attack here.
Nice save by Reese Hogler.
Solon is not letting them get this last point.
Nice. Hit right to the outside, down that front center line of the net. Hard ball to get up. Just can't quite get to it.
Number 9, Reese Hogler serving for the Solon side. Let's see what she can do to get us back. Over to Brunswick. Brunswick trying to get to the right side right now. Solon's getting it up. Free ball over to Brunswick. Brunswick's getting to their setter and giving it to their left side hitter. Their left side hitter has a mean arm though. Solon is unfortunately not able to get that one up.
Tries for a chance at a reset, but it just doesn't happen. Brunswick takes full advantage of that free ball and sends it right back over. Brunswick wins this set 25-15. Let's see what happens in the next one.
Welcome back to the Solon versus Brunswick game, set 2. Let's see if Solon has found the answer to Brunswick's offense.
Honestly, if we just get that serve receive down, I think we'll be just fine.
Number 5 for the Solon team, Kelsey Gator-Davis serving, starting this set off with a serve for Solon, giving it over to Brunswick.
Nice hard jump serve.
Getting up, giving it to the number 3.
That outside again with the rocket. We're able to get that one up, but the next hit we just can't get a touch on.
There's a good attempt from Solon's number 12, Riley Roth. It's just a bit too short for her to get. Brunswick's number 2 is serving for them. getting over to Solon's side, but we're not able to get it up in the air.
Tries to set it with her hands, but just doesn't get quite on it. Usually, serves are recommended to pass because you can break a finger serving him, trying to set him.
Solon getting up Brunswick's serve, giving it over to Solon's number 9, Reese Vogler, but not able to finish it through.
Just hits the hands of the tops of blockers. Brunswick taking the opportunity to hit it right back over for the point.
Tipping right over the net, catching the Solon defense off guard. Brunswick serving again, it's 3-0 already. Brianna had it getting it up, but just getting it right back to Brunswick. Brunswick on the attack with the middle.
Middle goes right down the middle, missing the blocker. See, just can't quite get her hands on that, and their defense isn't ready. That hole in the middle of the court, we always used to call it the donut. It's the hardest place to get our hands on.
Solon on the attack for the Brunswick side. Brunswick is able to get it up, but a free ball back over to Solon. Solon giving it to our middle, just tipping it over. Solon able to get it up off the tip of the block, but no one's able to follow through for the second hit.
Tries to hit that up with their hands, just a little bit shanks it off the court, and nobody else is able to get it.
Brunswick with the momentum this set, seeing if Solon can find the answer that they've been looking for.
Another dump by Kelsey Gator Davis, the same type she tried earlier and called a double. Now this time it works, but it's not quite enough. Brunswick still runs away with the point.
Brunswick serving again. The momentum that they have this set is incredible. Brianna able to get it up, but no one's going to follow through for a second.
So close. Had her hands on it, just couldn't quite get it up. Timeout, Solon.
What do you think Solon has to do to find the answer to stop Brunswick's momentum this time?
Honestly, I think if we just take a step up on the court, get this serve receive down, because it seems like we're laid back on a lot of our serves, so if we take a step up, we'll get those serve receives right down to our defensive players. We'll get those serves up and we'll be able to make something happen. The good thing about that Brunswick's been doing is getting all of their passes right to their setter, giving the hitters a great opportunity to hit it over right back in our faces. If we learn from that and take something from it, and we get our passes right up to our setter, I think we'll be able to do the same.
Brunswick seems to be already on the court, waiting for Solon to come back. Let's hope they use their timeout wisely to find an answer to Brunswick's amazing serves and hits. Number 2 is still serving for Brunswick. It is 7-0 in Brunswick's favor. Solon finally gets over with a middle tip.
Tip by C, nice. Just tips off the front middle blocker. Outside tries to get it up, but just can't quite get her hands on it.
Solon seems to be substituting for their better attacking line, with Josie Lau serving for Solon. Brunswick getting it back over to their left side. Brunswick's left side seems to be an issue for Solon trying to receive. But right now, Brunswick's number 23 is serving for them. Getting it over to Solon. Josie is able to get it up, but 2 hits over to Brunswick.
Nice
Brunswick
pass
getting
by
it to
Kelsey.
the middle. Riley able to dig for it. See what Brunswick can do here. Giving it to the middle again.
Nice
Neither
pass
team
by
seems to be
Kelsey
giving
Gator Davis.
any inch here. Refs are calling it a double on Riley Roth's setting. Brunswick with the 9-1 lead. Number 23 is serving for them.
Everyone seems so upset by that last play. Do you really think it was a double, Andrew?
From my lack of experience, but slight knowledge in volleyball. I would say it was arguable, but I don't think, if I was refereeing, I would not have called it a double. Would you have?
I think I would have. A lot of the times, I didn't quite get to see it fully, but a lot of the times defensive players tend to double on their sets. They're just used to passing with their arms, so.
Very fair point. Solon getting it over to the left side hitter, but it's getting blocked right back over. Seeing what Solon can do, giving it to the right side now. Brunswick's now on the attack, giving it to the left side hitter who's been an issue. Josie getting it up. Can they follow it 3, getting it over? They can. Brunswick now giving it back to their setter. Giving it to the left side, but it seems to be a miss set.
That is in fact not a miss set, Andrew. That is called a slide. It's a special play run when you get a free ball, and the pass is perfect. Setter gets to run special plays that she can only run when the passes are perfect, from free balls especially. Runs a slide, works perfectly, the defense gets confused, and they can't quite get it up.
Brunswick's number 3 is serving for them, just barely getting over the net.
Tips off the front of the net. Everybody gets confused when those happen. Just rolls right off the net and dumps short.
Brunswick with the 11-2 lead in the second set already. Let's see what Solon can do to try to stop them.
Ace. Not touched by any of Solon's players, as I thought it was going to be out, but it was right on that line.
The communication seems to be better with Solon in this set than it was the first set. I think they might have figured out that issue. They just have to get a stop on this serve.
That is true.
Josie getting it up, but can they follow up with the second one? They can. Getting it over to the Brunswick side. Brunswick is now going to give it to their setter.
Trying to run another side, as I know it worked last time, but just hits the antenna. Point for Solon.
Yes. Solon's number 6, Brianna Hedden, is serving for us. What does Brianna play?
Brianna is actually our backup setter, so Kelsey Gator Davis is going to be our main setter. Brianna Hedden will be our backup setter. When Kelsey gets the first ball, Brianna will set in her place. Or when Kelsey is unable to reach the ball, Brianna will also set in her place. She also plays right back when Kelsey Gator Davis is in front row.
What a fireball coming from Ava Conj, just getting right past the Brunswick's defense.
She's a huge part of our defense. She's just so tall. She gets her wrist all the way through, hits a bomb every time. When the set is just right, Ava can do anything.
Brianna serving for Solon right now, getting it over to Brunswick. Unfortunately, it is not able to make itself over.
Just short. Tried too many deep balls. I think she was trying to spot serve to a specific spot on the court and just misses short.
Brunswick's 14, Nicole, is serving for them. Giving it over to Solon's.
Nice back set by
over. Giving it over to Brunswick's left side. Brunswick is now serving over to Solon. Riley Ruff is able to get under it. Giving it over to Ava Conj, just a hit over. Unfortunately, it's just a bit too far.
A lot of the times when the set is just slightly back behind your hand ends up back further than it normally is when you make contact with the ball, making it launch all the way out, which I'm assuming is what happened to Ava.
Josie with a good receive. Riley Ruff hesitating to get under that.
She probably assumed that Kelsey Gator Davis was going to get it, as she usually gets the second ball as she is the setter, but she couldn't quite reach it, so she called for help, and Riley was just unsure of who was going to get it. This is where communication ends up key.
Solon using their second timeout for this set. So, Becca, from your previous knowledge of the Solon volleyball team, because, of course, you used to play for the varsity team, what do you think is something they have improved upon in the past few years?
I think in the past few years, we have definitely improved on our offensive attacks. Ava Conj being a huge asset in that, and Reese Hogler especially now, too, coming up I believe she's a junior this year. She is one of the newer players on JV, and she is now our outside hitter, and she has been a great asset this year.
As she has shown. We are getting back into the game with Brunswick serving. See if Solon can just stop this momentum that they have.
And we have iced the server. This happens a lot when timeouts are called to break up a serve. The server just gets too nervous or has time in between her serves, so she forgets her momentum and just serves it right over and out.
Solon serving over to Brunswick. Brunswick's setter is able to get it, giving it over to Riley Roth for a dump. But Brunswick is able to receive it. And Solon getting a free ball over to Brunswick. Let's see what Brunswick can do with this.
Tried for a block with Claire Bush.
The Brunswick's hitter hit the net when she was going up for a hit, so they called it Solon's point.
It was about to be Brunswick's point as the blockers hit it out after they touched it, but she hit the net, so it's now our point.
Brunswick just tipping it over, and Solon is still able to get it up for an amazing point.
Kelsey Gator Davis digging that out of the net. That was an amazing play.
Yes, it was. Solon is now gaining the momentum that they needed to catch up with the Brunswick team. But can they keep it up is the real question. Number 2 for Solon, Michaela, is still serving. Giving it over to the Brunswick team. Brunswick is giving over to the right side, but the set seemed to be a bit too close to the net.
That set was a little bit too high. The middle hitter tried for a tip, but it was just out of her reach. She was already coming down out of her jump by the time it reached her hand.
Solon put up some very crucial points that they needed, and it looks like Brunswick is now substituting. But it is Brunswick's serve. Number 10, Cameron, is serving for them. Let's see what she can do with these serves. Giving it over to ground and header on the Solon side. Solon is giving it to the right side hitter, and Brunswick is now giving it over to their right side hitter, just getting it through the block.
Hits it right over the block. Blocker didn't quite press their hands over the net. Hit her hands and trickled down in between her body and the net, hitting the floor.
Brunswick giving it back over to Solon. Solon setter with a dump over to Brunswick's side. Brunswick giving it to the middle, and Solon is not able to get it up enough.
Diving try for the dig by number 10, Claire Bush. Tries to get that tip up, but just can't get her hands on it.
Brunswick now leading by 11 points to Solon.
Nice up.
Solon is getting it. Looks like there was a little bit of miscommunication over on Solon's side.
Tries to free ball it for the reset so that Solon can get together once again, and just doesn't quite get that free ball over the net.
Solon's bench is yelling that they need to talk on that court, and it seems apparent. Brunswick is now serving it back over to Solon's side. Solon is able to get it up, giving it to the setter, giving it to Cecilia Brown. But Brunswick coming back on the attack with a powerful hit that got blocked by Solon's number 5, Kelsey Gator Davis.
Great block. Pressed their hands over the net, right where the hitter was going to hit it over, and blocked it right over back to the other side. Brunswick unable to get it up. Brunswick tries for the tip as the set was just too tight to the net. Couldn't get it over, hits the antenna. Point for Solon.
Solon's number 12, Riley Roth, is serving. What a beautiful serve over to the Brunswick side.
Great serve by Riley Roth. Deep topspin serve right to that middle back. Can't quite get it up. In between left back and middle back. Great spot for a serve.
Riley Roth serving again to the Brunswick side. It doesn't seem like Brunswick can get under the ball just to give it to their setter.
That ball, great topspin serve. A little bit short for the libero. She thought it was going to be deeper, and it just died.
Solon gaining momentum with Riley Roth serves. A very beautiful short serve over to the Brunswick side, but Brunswick cannot receive.
Great serve by Riley Roth. It now seems that Brunswick is having the same problem that Solon was having earlier with the serves. What do you think that could be caused by, Andrew?
You know, just from watching this, I don't know if it's because they're too spread out or because they're not watching the right spots. It could just be an unpredictability of a float serve that Riley Roth is hitting over to them. But they are communicating quite well. Whenever they do have that momentum, they get it to their strong hitters.
That is fair.
What do you think? What do you think it is?
I think their defense is having the same issues that we were having earlier, just not being in the right spots to receive those serves. They need to take a big step up to get those short serves that are going to die from Riley Roth's jump serves. They look a lot deeper than when they're coming in, but once they hit that point, the spin just takes over and drops the ball. Right too early for the passers to get it up.
Both teams are now back on the court. Riley is back ready to serve, giving it over to Brunswick soon.
Let's hope they didn't stop her momentum.
Let's see what Brunswick can do. Brunswick just getting straight back over to Solon. Solon getting it to our side, giving it to our left side hitter, just right off the block.
Great hit by Reese. Seeing that opening in their block, seeing the weakness, hitting it off the side of their block, right outside to the point where they can't get it back up.
Riley serving over to the Brunswick side.
Great deep serve again.
Brunswick's libero still getting that hit. Just a slight tip over. And they're calling it to Solon's side because of the hitter going over the line.
I agree. That middle player just tried to tip it over, but went a little bit too far. Set was a little too close to the net. Couldn't quite get it over without her feet crossing the line.
Indeed. Solon back ready to serve. We're trailing by 5 points. Riley with another great serve, getting it over to Brunswick's setter. Brunswick's middle, hitting it over, but hitting it out.
Great try by the Brunswick hitters. That was a nice, strong hit, but just didn't get the right spot down. Too far out.
Riley Roth serving again. Solon now trailing by 4 points.
Puts a little bit too much power on that serve. Tips it right out.
Just a little bit too much power, but did get Solon back in the game.
Yep.
They just need to stop Brunswick quickly.
What was 8-20 is now 16-21.
That's
great rally by Riley Roth.
Brunswick now serving, giving it over to Solon's team. Solon able to get it up, getting to Kelsey. Giving it over to Reese Hogler, but they're able to block it. Giving it back over to Reese Hogler, able to get through the block.
Nice. That's a great adjustment by Reese Hogler, seeing that she was blocked, knowing what happened last time, and adjusting to hit the new block. Great adjustment, great spot for that hit. Great job.
Very much so. Solon Kelsey Gator Davis is now serving for Solon's side. Unfortunately, it was just wide.
The pressure just got to her. Serving in these tight conditions can be hard sometimes.
Indeed.
Can't get her mind clear enough to serve it over the net, but great try.
Brunswick's now serving, giving it over to Solon's team. Brianna is able to get it up. Kelsey getting it up, giving it to Riley. Riley is now just getting it over the net. Giving it to Brunswick's setter, giving it to the left side. Unfortunately, it's not hit hard enough to get it over the net.
Although Riley's down ball was not quite enough to get the point itself, it wasn't a great aggressive play in order to get Brunswick off their game and their outside hitter unable to get the ball over. Point for Solon.
Solon's number 1, Josie Liao, is now serving for them. Giving it over to the Brunswick side. Brunswick able to get it up, giving it to their setter. Getting it to their right side, just hitting it far.
Their right side a little off their game. Can't quite transition from that serve receive to their hitting position. Is a little out of place for that set to get her. Hits her hand a little weird and hits it right out.
Solon serving again, it's 19-22. Brunswick still in the lead. Getting to Brunswick's setter, giving it to their left side that has that cannon of an arm just bulleting it down to the ground.
The block just can't quite get their hands up in time in order to cover that middle section of the court. And our defense unable to get the ball up.
Yes.
Great hit by Brunswick Blue Devils.
The Blue Devils are now serving. Number 23, getting it over to Solon. Riley Roth is able to get it up. Kelsey is giving it over to Ava Conj, just hitting it off the block. The Blue Devils, number 3, again with a fireball of a hit, just getting it down to the ground right in front of Josie.
The great thing about Ava is that she is just so tall, she can reach over anybody. But I think they need to rotate a little bit so Ava can be the one to block that outside, because nobody else is quite getting that block up to cover the middle section. What do you think, Andrew?
I'm sorry, I wasn't paying any attention to what you just said. I was focused on that Brunswick just won the second set out of 5.
Yep, so they are already 2 sets in the lead. If they win one more, they can win the whole game.
I think that you were right. I think they should move Ava over, but I do believe that the Blue Devils will change how they hit if they see that Ava has now moved over to blocking their left side.
That is true. It is hard to change a rotation, so I'm not sure how they would move Ava over. But I think if they did, Blue Devils might also move over themselves. But it is also a chance that they might not, and they might just leave it. Because moving a rotation is quite a difficult feat.
Yes, it is. But, you know, both teams seem to be very smart, especially when it comes to playing tactically. I think they would have figured out a way to do it. Maybe use a few slides. Who knows?
We'll see in this third set.
Brunswick starting off this third set with serving. It is Brunswick's number 2, Emerson.
Brunswick has already won 2 sets, so if they win this one, the game will be over.
Solon was just barely not able to get under it, but very close to it. Had her hands on it, just couldn't get it up.
Good diving effort.
Brunswick with the serve. Going over to Solon's side, Brianna is able to get it up to Kelsey. Kelsey now is giving it over to Reese Hogler. That is able to power through the block, but they're able to get it back up in the air. Kelsey giving it over to Riley Roth. Riley hitting it over to Brunswick's side. Brunswick giving Solon a free ball. Let's see what Solon can do with it. Giving it over to Cecilia Brown. Get it.
Nice hit by C. I think C's only problem is her confidence. I feel like she tips a lot because she's nervous and she feels like she's going to hit it in the net. But shown right there, I believe that if she hits more often, she'll get way more points.
I think you're right about that, Rebecca. But Cecilia is a junior coming onto this team, and I think she's gaining the confidence hanging around the seniors. Josie getting it over to the Brunswick side, Brunswick getting to the right side, just getting right in front of Josie.
I think you're right. I think her hanging out more on varsity, getting more experience, will definitely make her more confident and make her able to make more hits.
Brunswick serving over the Solon side. It's 2-1, giving it to Brunswick. Brunswick. Solon gave a good effort there, just couldn't finish it off.
The set was just a little too close to the net for Ava Conj to get it over.
Indeed. Brunswick now serving. It's 3-1. Brunswick's in the lead in this third set already. Josie getting it up to Kelsey. Kelsey is now going to give it over to Ava. Ava reaching over the blockers like you said earlier. Brunswick tried giving it to their number 3, but was too low for her to hit it over.
Great hit by Ava. Blue Devils just unable to reset their defense and get it over.
Indeed. Solon's number 9, Reese Hogler, is now serving for them, giving it over to the Brunswick side. Brunswick's giving it over to the right side, just going off the block.
Hitting the block on Solon's side and going out of bounds. Our defense unable to pick it up. This is where covering your blockers comes important into play, being able to reach those balls that hit off the blocker's hands.
Brunswick serving again, giving it to Josie. And Solon giving it to Ava Conj. Brunswick now has the ball, giving it to their left side. Josie is able to get it up, but it hits off the basketball hoop and down straight back to the ground.
Diving play by Josie. We're just not close enough covering her to be able to get it back up.
Yep, Riley Roth seemed to switch with Josie in the middle. Brunswick serving over to the Solon side. Josie able to get it up, Kelsey going for it, giving it over to Solon, left side. Brunswick giving it over to the right side.
Miscommunication right there. I believe Brianna Hedden was supposed to get that ball up, but she thought either Kelsey or Ava Concho were also in the area. Miscommunication.
Brunswick serving, giving it to the Solon team, but it's not able to make it over the net.
Serve right into the net, just put too much power in and too much topspin that it's not able to make it up before it goes down.
Solon with the serve. It's going to be Brianna Hedden serving for Solon.
She had a few good serves last time. Let's see how she keeps it going. Another ace by Brianna Hedden. She had a series of good serves last set. How do you think this is going to parallel?
I think that Brianna is going to be able to get Solon up to tie at 6-6. I don't know much more past that.
Another ace by Brianna Hedden. She's on a great serving record so far.
Indeed. How long do you think it's going to keep up for?
Hopefully until we're in the lead. Just out. It's now 5-7 Brunswick Blue Devils. Brianna just unable to keep the rally going.
It's very unfortunate to see, but the Blue Devils are back serving. Let's see what they can do. Giving it back over, Riley Roth is getting it up to Kelsey. Kelsey is giving it to Ava Conj, reaching over the blockers. And the Blue Devils just not able to get it over the net.
Left back diving passer for the Blue Devils. Passing it up right into another player. She's unable to get it up. Hitting the ground right after she touches it.
Indeed. Solon is now serving the ball at 6-7. Giving it over to the Brunswick Blue Devils. The Blue Devils getting it to their setter. Giving it to their middle. But we have someone there covering them. A dump from Kelsey. And Brunswick just going up for a hit after first ball.
Right back, which is usually their setter, goes to pass for that dump from Kelsey Gator-Davis, passing it right up to the middle blocker, where she is normally in her place to hit. Hits it right over, catching the defense off guard, as that was a hit on the second pass.
Solon's number 4, Cecilia Derrick, getting a good little tip over, just trickling down the net in between the blockers. And Solon's Riley Roth is now serving for us again. She had a great serving record in the second set. Let's see if she can keep it up. Brunswick Blue Devils had a little bit of a miscommunication with the setter just not moving for the middle.
The setter moving to set the ball, but in return getting in the way of the other players, and her players not moving around her, running into her instead of hitting the ball over.
Riley Roth with a beautiful serve, giving Solon a free ball. Giving it over to Reese Hogler, who's just going to power it off the side of the block.
Again, Reese Hogler's great ability to see the block and see where the miscommunication is between the blockers, seeing the sides and the angles of the block, hitting it off the hands of them, and hitting it right into the court.
Riley Roth with another magnificent serve of hers, giving it, and the Blue Devils just getting it too powerful out of bounds.
Going for a back row attack as the setter is unable to push it all the way to the front row. Her back row attack is just too strong, hits it right over the net.
Riley Roth's serving streak has come to an end, unfortunately, but did get Solon up in the lead by 1 point. Let's see what the Blue Devils can do to combat this. Solon preparing to receive the serve from Blue Devils. They do, and give it to Reese Hogler, just a hit. And Brunswick Blue Devils libero is just not able to get it up.
Nice hit by Reese Hogler, deep back corner. The libero is coming across to cover with the middle back, rotating, and they're just not able to pick it up.
Kelsey Gator-Davis is now serving for the Solon team. Brunswick preparing, and Brunswick got it up. Will they give it to their left side? It looks like they got a block, just giving it right back to Brunswick. Brunswick giving Solon a free ball. Let's see what Solon can do with it. Solon is giving it over to Reese Hogler. Just a bit over.
Tries again with that deep back corner and just hits it a little too far out. Nice up by Brunswick Blue Devils, though, with a diving play by the middle back. Great coverage. Way to see that off the block.
Blue Devils back up to serve. Let's see what they can do against the Solon's powerhouse defense right now.
Tries to get that play up, just barely shanks it off the corner of her hands.
Brunswick ready for the serve. Solon getting ready for it. Brianna is able to get it up, but it's tipped back over. Solon continues it for a second, but gives Brunswick almost a free ball, but couldn't get it over the net.
On that last play where Brianna had and shanked the ball, do you think it would have been out if she didn't touch it?
I don't believe it would have been out. I think the refs would have called it inside.
That's true. I believe it might have been a little too deep for her to get her hands on it. That's why there's a possibility of it always being out, but I believe the communication by her defense calling it in was a good choice.
Blue Devils score another point, just not touching it on the block. Can Solon's defense maintain here? Brianna is able to get it up over to Kelsey. Kelsey is giving it to Cecilia, and Cecilia just gives it a little tip over. Riley Roth is able to get it back up. Riley Roth with a back attack. Giving it back over to Brunswick. Brunswick is just getting it back over in the left side. Neither team seems to be giving an inch in this rally.
Great up by Riley Roth, but her offense is just unable to follow it through, hitting it out the back corner.
Solon with a dump over the Brunswick side. It's just going straight over the net, but Solon returns it over to Brunswick and was able to find a hole in their defense.
Way to see that spot. The right back was just not in the place she was supposed to be, unable to cover her spot, making the middle back pull over to try and make a diving play on that ball, but just unable to touch it.
Solon substituting for Ava Connor to come back in, and same with Josie Lau. Josie is now starting for the Solon team. Brunswick is able to get it up and give it to their setter. Josie's just not able to get it back up after they return it back to them.
Diving play by Josie, great attempt, but just unable to get her hands on it.
What do you think the Solon team needs to do to make it back just to be able to tie the Blue Devils right now?
I think our crossing needs some work. There's a lot of balls going in between players in our defense and serve receive at the moment. So I feel like if we're able to cross between players, the middle back and left back especially, then I believe we'll be more able to pick up the balls that go in between players.
Makes sense. Just a little bit short of a set for Conj to get over the net. But Blue Devils get it over, and just Riley Roth is going to shank it off. Blue Devils are forcing Solon to take a timeout in their third set. So Rebecca, what do you think of Riley Roth's performance? What do you think of Riley Roth's performance in the third set?
I think that she's been doing pretty good. Her defensive passes have been on par. They've been doing pretty well. She's been getting a lot of stuff up, but I believe if she was able to move her feet to the ball a little bit more, she would be able to get the balls right up to her setter, making room for her attackers.
I couldn't agree more with what you just said. Looks like the timeout has ended, and both teams have gotten back on the court. The Blue Devils are serving. It's 17-12. Blue Devils are still in the lead. Let's see what Solon can do with it. Solon giving it over to Ava Conj. Ava Conj just giving a little good cut. But Blue Devils are able to get it back up. Riley Roth is going to get it back up and just a little set back over. Blue Devils are giving it now to the middle. Are the refs going to call a touch? They are not giving it to the Solon side.
What normally would be a good thing, getting our hands on the ball as blockers, in this case, was not, as she hit it out.
Yes, Risa Hogler is now serving for the Solon team. Brunswick is getting it over. Are they going to continue giving Brunswick a free ball? What will Brunswick do with it?
Hit by their right side hitter.
Josie giving it over to the Solon hitter and hitting it just so Brunswick can't receive it.
Great job by the Solon defense, able to reset after that free ball and get the next play up.
Yes. Reese Hogler now coming in with a serve, and Brunswick is now going to give it to their setter, giving it to their right side. But Solon is able to get it up.
Nice back set by the Brunswick setter, although Kelsey Gator-Davis is right where she's supposed to be, doing a great job getting that up. Unable to get the next play up, though, as it hits the back corner of the court, making it Brunswick's point.
Absolutely. It was very unfortunate to see Kelsey miss that dig, but it looks like they've got Riley Roth back into the mix. Let's see if that improves their defense at all.
Kelsey Gator-Davis has been doing a great job with defense. How do you think her setting compares to her defense?
I think Kelsey is a very good, well-rounded player. Her setting has been very phenomenal this game, and so is her defense. We haven't seen much of her on defense because she's just setting so much.
That is true, but when she is on defense, she always does a great job.
Brunswick has brought the muscle back into the game, giving a fireball of a hit to see if someone can receive it.
Little touch by the blockers. Just shanks off their hands, though. Defense unable to get it up.
Absolutely. Brunswick is now going to serve, it leading with 19-14. Riley Roth with a dig, giving it to Kelsey. Kelsey is going to give it over to left side. Brunswick going to give it over to their left side, but it's just going to be a tip over. Riley giving it to the backside hit to Kelsey, but not able to get it over, unfortunately.
Back row attacks can be hard sometimes, as you have to have your hand back further in order to get it over the net, because you're not up at the net, so it needs to travel straight instead of down. How do you think they compare to regular attacks?
From my personal experience, just seeing people, because I set for some people, is it's been harder for them just to hit it, and it's harder for the setter to get it up in the right position for them, especially when it comes to approach, because it has to be different. From your experience on the volleyball team, what did you see when you saw them or you even participated in them?
Back row attacks can be hard sometimes. I think that our Solon team currently has been doing a great job with them, but at the same time, they're not always as effective as normal attacks are, so I believe if the Solon back row team mainly focused on getting the ball over instead of trying to get a kill in the first place, then that might benefit them as it gives them a chance to reset for the next play.
Absolutely. The Brunswick team is looking confident coming out of this timeout. Let's see if Solon has changed to get back into this game. Brunswick ready to serve. Solon is preparing to hopefully receive this ball. Short, but Riley Roth has got it. Kelsey is now going to give it over to Solon's left side. Brunswick gives it over to the libero, but it's just going to be a free ball over. Riley Roth setting. Just tipping it off the block.
Claire Bush with the kill. Although it wasn't the hardest attack I've seen from this team so far, it was a great spot. Great awareness of the court by Claire Bush.
Absolutely. Solon is now 15-20 with Brianna heading and serving for us.
She's had some great rallies so far. Let's see her keep it going.
She absolutely has. Josie is going to get it back up. Kelsey is going to give it over to Ava Conj. Ava Conj is reaching over the block with just a tip. Let's see what Brunswick can do. Riley Roth receiving it. Kelsey giving it back over to Ava Conj. Ava Conj with a missile into the Blue Devils' home turf.
One thing I've noticed with this Solon team so far is that a lot of them are juniors and sophomores. What do you think about this team being so young?
I feel like that it's going to give Solon the room to improve over the time, especially hone their skills when it comes to setting and defense, matter of fact. I feel like once they lose their seniors, their offense is going to lack, but that's why we have such young players. Solon with another point onto the Brunswick Blue Devils. Now getting the score to 17-20. Brianna heading with another serve. Brunswick getting it up, giving it to their middle hitter. Kelsey getting it up. Riley setting to Ava Conch. Ava Conch just reaching over the defenders and getting it over.
She's just so tall and wicked with her snap when she hits. She can get over any block and just hit it down the middle of the court.
Indeed. Brianna headed now serving for Solon again. Getting it over to the Blue Devils side. Blue Devils are going to give it over to the middle, but the block was not able to stop it.
Unable to block as they did last time. Claire Bush has been doing a pretty good job with blocking, just unable to get it up that time.
Oh, absolutely. It was very unfortunate to see, but Brunswick is now serving 21-18, giving it over to the Solon team, but it goes over Riley Roth. It will be a free ball for Brunswick. Let's see what Brunswick can do with this. They can. The Blue Devils were not able to do anything with the free ball, which was unfortunate to see, but helpful for the Solon team. What do you think, Becca?
I think that it's 19-21 right now. If we just push in a little bit more like we did last set with the last effort to get the ball back, I believe we can win this set.
I concur with that statement. The Blue Devils were just tipping over into the Solon's court, and Solon not able to receive it. Blue Devils getting ready to serve. Solon ready to receive. Solon getting it up, getting it to Kelsey, and Kelsey's giving it to Cecilia Derrick. But Riley Roth is able to get it off the rebound.
Solon needs to push for these last 6 points in order to play another set.
Solon
Otherwise,
has a free ball, giving it to Claire Bush, just getting through the block.
Great job by Claire Bush. Great court awareness. Way to see that weakness in the defense.
Yes, absolutely. But let's see what Solon can do. It's Riley Roth again with a great serving average right now. Giving over a magnificent serve over to the Blue Devils. The Blue Devils are able to return it with a fireball full of molten lava. What do you think of that, Becca?
I think that the Blue Devils outside hitter has been doing a great job so far. I just wish we were able to get the block up just a little bit more to stop her. She's been going on just a little bit too much momentum here. Once we stop her, I believe we can win this set.
Yes. Brunswick with the serve, but Solon able to get it up, getting it to Reese Hogler. The libero is able to keep it up. But a back attack from Brunswick, just barely making itself in. Up to 24-20.
I think Solon's back row can take a few tips from that back row player. A great back row attack, able to get it over the net and in the court.
Indeed. Let's see what Brunswick can do now that it's match point.
Solon must win this point in order to keep the game going.
Yes. Here we go with the back row. But a little strength off the side, and that's game.
Great game by Solon and Brunswick Lady Blue Devils. The closest set being this last one, able to push through to the end, just not quite getting it there.
Yes, well, that's the game, folks. Thank you for joining us on SCTV. Please join us for the next game.